with your jaw joint. This video addresses one cause of TMJ disorders, namely that your occlusion isn't right. That is, that your teeth do not come together correctly as shown here. Before explaining why malocclusion can affect your jaw joint, we should first introduce you to your temporomandibular joint, or TMJ. First, here's how your jaw works. You have a muscle under your jaw that pulls it down to open. Then, to open really wide, your jaw actually comes out of its socket and is pulled forward by another muscle. To close, these muscles relax, and your strong closing muscles go into tension and bring your teeth together. Now let's take a closer look at the joint. The upper part of your jaw, called the condyle, fits into a socket in your skull, called the fossa. Between the condyle and the fossa is a disc called the TMJ disc, shown here in orange, which is as tough as cowhide. The disc tracks with the condyle as it moves forwards and backwards. At the back of the disc is soft spongy tissue, shown in yellow, which expands and contracts to fill the void as the condyle moves in and out of the fossa. A lateral muscle tenses to pull the jaw forwards, and its partner tenses as the jaw closes to help hold the TMJ disc in place. The vertical lines in these animations are placed to show where the jaw should be when it is properly seated. So you can see that there are several elements that make up the jaw joint, and they need to work in harmony for the healthy functioning of the jaw. When your jaw is closed, the lateral muscles should be at rest, as shown on the left. However, occlusal problems can cause these muscles to be in tension and hyperactive, as shown on the right. They pull on the TMJ disc and jaw for much longer times than they should. So let's see how long periods of this hyperactivity can affect the jaw joint over time. We start with the normal, and instead of riding on the tough disc, the condyle is rubbing on the stretched ligaments at the back of the disc, which, over time, eventually perforate, so the condyle rides up and now rubs bone on bone. The disc is just crumpled in front of the jaw and may make it difficult for the jaw to open. Pain may actually reduce at this point because the sensitive tissue is no longer bearing quite as much force. If the lateral muscles have been pulling on the condyle excessively over time, they can actually cause the condyle to change its shape, called beaking of the condyle, something that doctors and dentists can observe in x-rays of the jaw joint. Also, the condyle and fossa are wearing each other down because there is just bone rubbing on bone, something that is likely to cause arthritis in the joint. If this type of occlusal problem is identified early by your dentist, it can be corrected before any of this deterioration happens. An appropriately trained and experienced dentist may be able to help you recover from early stages of TMJ disorders, but the farther along you are on these stages of deterioration, the more likely it is you'll need the attention of a TMJ